topics. And that's the most fun. It's the one that gets everybody loosened up. And to tell you a little bit more how our table topics goes, please help me welcome our table topics master for the evening, Julian.
Good evening. I've been on hiatus. I'm kind of back. But as a result of this hiatus, I have literally been on a mountain, in a bubble, completely separated from news, from elections, from Zika. Is that still a thing? I don't know. So when I saw the opportunity today to be table topic master, I thought to myself, what a better place to gather all this information that I have not had the time or desire to acquire over the past month and a half. And what better format than plucking you guys out of the audience to come and tell me a little bit about what's going on. The purpose of table topics is to practice impromptu speaking. There's no right answers. There's no wrong answers. I can ask you what's the circumference of the world. You can tell me blue, and you can tell me why blue is your favorite color for an hour straight. This guy will probably hold the red sign and maybe start smacking you with it if you're talking for an hour, but you can do it. This is your space. So get comfortable here. Feel comfortable with table topics. I promise the questions are not that hard. I'm sure you're talking about it with your friends and family all the time anyways. So just consider me part of your extended friends and family, please. Each person who gets called up here, please speak for at least 1 minute so that I can learn a little bit about what's been going on here, please. And finally, please speak to the audience. It is so tempting to answer to me. And although I do want you to answer to me, Toastmaster rules say you should speak to the audience, and it is great practice to speak to an audience instead of to an individual person. So, with all that said, let me ask you guys a question. Who here lives on Miami Beach? Oh, isn't that convenient? Everybody. All right, great. Sarah? Yeah! I have an interesting question for you. Very simple, you can answer it however you like. The question is this. When I left in September, they were spraying for Zika here. Airplanes flying over, it was the biggest thing. People weren't traveling here. Tourists were canceling their reservations because they said it was so dangerous. I get back here, I said the Z word, and people barely flinch. Everybody, I guess, is either so distraught or so upset by what happened with the election that they forgot about everything else. So Sarah, please explain to me what happened over this past month and a half that Zika has ceased to exist in Miami Beach.
Sarah!
What happened to Zika in Miami Beach?
Well, if you're not talking to a pregnant person, it's really not an issue in my opinion. Zika, I did not want to do this, sorry. Okay. So what's happened is the weather's changed. I think a lot of people at first were afraid of what was going to happen if they got bit by a mosquito. I don't think anybody even knows that they were bit if they were bit, because some people don't even know or have symptoms when they're bit by mosquito or Zika. So if you're not pregnant and fleeing the city, I don't think it's an issue.
What happened with like the spraying and stuff? Like when did that stop happening?
That happened 2 or 3 times in the beginning, and I'm not really sure because I didn't keep up with the news why they did or didn't spray.
So they stopped spraying at this point?
I think so.
Is Zika gone?
No, it's here.
It's still
they
Miami.
say it's here to stay.
Miami Beach?
Yeah.
Are they doing anything to prevent Zika? Or are they still doing any ongoing efforts for
I think
Zika?
they're just spraying certain areas, localized, not through air spraying. I don't know.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, so don't be worried about mosquito bites. Okay. All right, next question. Who in here dressed up for Halloween? Only 3, 4, 2? Okay. Well, I didn't. I was working. So Joyce, please come and tell me what was the most popular Halloween costume, what you thought of it, and why.
Good evening, everybody. Every Halloween party here in Miami Beach is like a huge party, and they have so many different costumes. Actually, this time I didn't saw any wow, super creative. But last time I saw a huge family of, I guess, 12 minions walking everyone together. And I saw some kind of, like a very scary movie. I don't know, maybe Saw. I don't know. He was walking the street. He was very, like, all the costumes were very nice. I don't know. This time I didn't pass Halloween here, so I was in California. So I didn't see so many crazy people like you should be in Miami Beach. Everyone running around with different costumes. So I can't imagine.
What was the most popular costume that you remember?
Here?
No, anywhere. Where you were.
Probably my costume, you know. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's hard. I'm gonna be evaluated tonight, so I was thinking about my evaluation. Okay, a huge big guy. He was with a costume of a little princess with a very small, very short skirt, like pink, but he was super huge and with a top that was like this, super small. Yeah, I think it was the most fun that I saw.
Very good, thank you. Something else happened when I was out of town. Can you guys guess? The Cubs won the World Series. First time in over 100 years. What does that mean? Did that predict the presidential outcome, or have the stars aligned in some way, shape, or form? Sebastian, explain to us, what does this mean that the Cubs won the World Series?
They broke the curse that they had. And back to what you said, that if it predicted the presidential election, I mean, if the Cubs winning meant really lost, I think I wish that Raji Davis did a grand slam in the game there. but yeah, I mean, they broke the record, and it was just something great that they were able to achieve. And
What was the curse you're talking about?
the curse, the Billy Goat.
I don't know what it is. Does anybody here know the Billy Goat curse?
Nope.
There you go.
Okay then. So there was this tavern owner that wanted to go to the game with his goat.
Could you speak louder, please?
Okay. So there was a tavern owner that wanted to go to the game with his goat, and then the Cubs wouldn't allow him to go into the stadium with it. So then
100 years ago.
100, yeah. Long time ago. So he said something about cursing the Cubs, and then it ended up being like an actual curse. And then the thing happened in 2003 with the apartment incident, and then that also added to the curse part of it. And then the fact that they were able to break it this year is just sent the city wild. So yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, thank you. Javier.
I really prefer the topic of the Cubs.
Yeah, well, maybe next time. So, as you guys are all aware, there was an election on November something, 6, 8, one of those days, Tuesday, whatever. And a lot of people feel mixed feelings about the outcome of the election. Specifically about the medical marijuana initiative that passed here in Florida. I've been living in California. They passed Prop 64. Guess what? 28.5 grams. Everybody can have on them. Nobody goes to jail. If you've been to jail for medical marijuana, you can contest it now. Every single conviction ever. Mind blown. Javier, what do you believe the impact of medical marijuana passage in the state of Florida?
Joke about it, about medical marijuana, is that we have the medical marijuana and a reason to consume it right now because of the presidency and all of that. I think it's pretty well. Everything that helps people to be good with themselves and maybe helping. I was in the case of the woman that needs for her child, and it was pretty happy with the improvement of the medical marijuana. I think it's fine, But speaking about the Cubs, it's crazy. It's crazy the thing that they won after 108 years. It was almost the same thing with the Cleveland Indians, that they haven't won in like 70 years. But there's something interesting about it. The manager of the team of the Chicago Cubs, his name is Theo Epstein. He was the manager in 2004 when the Boston Red Sox won the World Series after 8 years. And another curse, the curse of the Bambino, that they made when Babe Ruth was transferred to the Yankees for playing in music or something like that. And it's named right now like the curse breaker, because he broke 2 curses in like 15 years. So,
All right, enough dancing around it. Andrea, talk to us about what is the fallout from the presidential election. I just got back and I hear that they're rioting on streets, that maybe I should go back to the mountains, that maybe I should purchase a firearm or at least some kind of a vest of protection. How true is any of that? Do I have anything to be concerned about? And what the heck is going on?
I don't know, maybe we should all immigrate in another country. Or like,
Anyway.
right, maybe even. No, you don't want to go to Italy, you don't want to go to Venezuela. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm hearing more things than actually I'm seeing or experiencing. I know that every kind of election brings a lot of emotion. And this election especially brought a lot of emotion in many people because of the way that both parties have planned and have done all the campaign. So I keep hearing people that are upset, but more in California. I don't know if everybody heard or seen some protests here in Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah? I didn't hear of it, so maybe I'm just Miami Beach is not. I know that in California you have some clients there that they told me that they're still in the street after 1 week and a half. I think that a certain point is, this is a country that is based in a way that one man has a lot of power, but one thing that Tony Robbins said in one workshop that he had right now is that he was talking to President Bush and they had this discussion about what happened and everything. And when he asked him, what do you think about this election? What do you think about what's going to happen? The answer was, when President Nixon was, what happened to President Nixon, like indicted, and when all these things happened, we were all scared. But what we figured out is that the office is bigger than the occupants. The office is bigger than the person that is there taking the decision. There is all the system that is behind that. So we are a lot scared, and many people are scared about one person. In my opinion, it's more about going and seeing what's going to happen in the future. Maybe some new positive changes are going to happen, and some negative. But this has been with all the election, with every president, and with every situation.
Thank you. That concludes the Table Topics Master section of the meeting. Sorry for those that didn't get to come up and speak their minds.
Are you
Quick-
high tonight?
Not tonight. Not tonight. I've been at work all day. That's what it is. You see, notice the eyes? And I haven't slept. I don't even know what time it is. Thank you very much. I now pass the meeting on to the general evaluator, which is Andrea.